Hi everyone. I want to talk to you today about something that we all face, and that's finding the time to draw. So, whether you've been drawing for a while or you're just starting out, making time for your art can be a real challenge. So, today I thought we'd explore some practical tips and tricks, maybe just to help you carve out some precious moments that you can set aside to draw. Now, we often get caught up in our busy schedules trying to balance work and family and social commitments, but it's crucial to remember that taking even a short amount of time each day just for you can make a huge difference. So, this isn't just about drawing, it's about your own self care. If you were a battery, you'd need to recharge quite regularly to function at your best. So taking time for yourself, even if it's just 15 minutes a day, can help you recharge. And that can help with reducing your stress, boosting your mood, and just improving your overall well-being. And I believe that when you feel good, your creativity just flows more freely. So remember, this isn't just an investment in yourself, but also in your art. So, you might be running around, you're going to work, you're managing the household chores, taking care of family, and by the end of the day, you're probably just exhausted. But if you can carve out a small chunk of time just for yourself, it just helps you decompress and recharge. So you might need to wake up a little bit earlier to have some quiet time to draw, or you can take a break during the day or set aside some time in the evening. But by regularly taking that time, so consistency is the key, it will help you maintain more of that balanced lifestyle. And it isn't selfish. In fact, one of the best things you can do for yourself and those around you is to take that time for you. When you're happier and you're more relaxed, you're better able to just handle the challenges that life throws your way. And taking that time to nurture your creativity can just lead to an overall greater satisfaction and fulfillment. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions is that you need hours of uninterrupted time to create meaningful artwork. But the truth is, small blocks add up. So even if you've only got 10 or 15 minutes, you can still make progress on a piece. So if you set yourself a timer for 15 minutes and just see what you can accomplish in that time, you might be surprised at how productive you can be. A shorter focused session can be incredibly effective. Plus, if it fits more easily into your busy schedule, then that's a plus. So think about it, 15 minutes a day adds up to over an hour and a half a week. And that's a lot of drawing time that you might not have realized you actually have. Now, one of the best things about working in smaller time blocks is that it helps build momentum. So it's easier to get started when you know you only have to commit to a short period. And you'll often find that once you're into it, you find that you just want to keep going. But even if you don't, you've still made progress. Another great benefit of smaller time blocks is that they can help you focus better. So when you know you only have a limited amount of time, you're more likely to concentrate and avoid other distractions. And that can lead to being more productive and efficient in your drawing sessions. Plus, frequent short sessions can just keep your skills sharp and your creativity flowing. So it's just like exercising a muscle, really. The more regularly you use it, the stronger it's going to become. I mean, for example, let's just say you wanted to improve your skills in drawing realistic eyes. If you dedicate just 15 minutes a day to practicing different techniques like your shading and your details, over a week you'll have spent more than an hour honing that specific skill. Over a month, that would be about 6 hours of focused practice. So these small, consistent efforts can really lead to significant improvements over time. I like to think sometimes about how much time I spend on my phone each day. Could you replace some of that screen time with drawing time, perhaps? Even swapping out just a few minutes can make a huge difference over the course of the week. I mean, I often pick up my phone to check Facebook or Instagram, and before I know where it is, an hour's passed, and I think, well, that could have been better served by drawing. Now, creating a dedicated space for your art can also help you find the time to draw. It doesn't have to be a full studio, just a corner of a room or a small desk will do. The key is to have a space where you can leave your supplies out and be ready to go. This way, when you've got a few minutes to spare, you can just dive right in without having to set everything up first. Also, having a dedicated space can just signal to your brain that this is my place for creativity, and it can help you get into that right mindset more quickly, making those shorter drawing sessions more productive. Plus, if you've got your supplies organised and accessible, it can save you time. It just reduces that stress that might stop you from starting your drawing session in the first place. I know for me, sometimes the biggest barrier to drawing is the effort it takes to get started. So if all your supplies are tucked away in your closet, your wardrobe, or just scattered around your house, then you're less likely to use them. But if everything is laid out and ready to go, you're more likely to just sit down and get started, even if it is just for a few minutes. Now, it's also important to set realistic goals. If you set the bar too high for yourself, you might end up feeling discouraged. And if you can't meet your own expectations, then that's just not going to work for you. So instead, set yourself small, achievable goals that fit into your daily life. So, for instance, you could aim to complete a small drawing a day or spend 10 minutes working on a larger piece. And these small goals will add up over time and can lead to significant progress. And you'll also feel more of a sense of accomplishment, and that'll help motivate you to keep going. So remember, it's not about creating a masterpiece every time you sit down to draw. It's about making consistent progress and enjoying the process. Think about how good it feels sometimes just to check something off your to-do list. So setting and achieving smaller goals can give you that same sense of satisfaction. And it's just a way to build momentum, like I said, and keep you motivated. Now, like I said, realistic goals. Try breaking down larger projects into smaller, more manageable tasks. So, for example, if you're working on a detailed portrait, just break it down into stages and focus on completing one stage at a time. That just makes the project feel less overwhelming and more achievable. Now, we all have busy lives, and it's easy for our art to take a back seat to our other responsibilities. But if you're serious about improving your skills and making progress, you need to prioritize time for your art. Think of it as a non-negotiable part of your day, just like eating or sleeping. Schedule it into your day if you have to. For example, block some time off in your calendar, specifically for drawing. Treat it just like any other important appointment that you just can't miss. When you prioritize your art, you're telling yourself that it's important and it is worthy of your time. And that mindset shift can make a huge difference in how often you find the time to draw. So maybe set a daily or weekly reminder on your phone or calendar, just as a prompt to it's time to draw. And it can just help you stay on track and just make sure you're consistently dedicating that time. Now, we need to identify the times of the day when you're most likely to have uninterrupted time. And for some people, this might be early in the morning before the day gets busy. Others, it might be in the evening when everyone else has gone to bed. So you find the time that works best for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Another way to prioritize your art is to communicate with your family and your friends. Let them know that your drawing is important to you and ask for their help, so that you've got that time set aside. You could perhaps combine your drawing with some other activities. So if you enjoy watching TV or listening to podcasts, why not draw while you're doing that? You might not be able to focus as intensely as you normally would in a quiet space, but it's still a great way to get some practice in. Plus, it can make your drawing feel more relaxed and enjoyable. And it's all about integrating art into daily life in a way that feels natural and effortless for you. Another good idea is use your drawing as a way to unwind after a long day. So instead of reaching for your phone or your computer, just grab your pencils and draw. And it can be a great way to decompress and just let go of the day's stresses. You've got to be kind to yourself. Finding the time to draw can be really challenging, and there will be days when it feels impossible, and that's okay. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making an effort and doing the best you can. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Every little bit counts, and every drawing you do brings you one step closer to your goals. Don't beat yourself up if you miss a day or if things don't go as planned. The important thing is that you keep trying and keep making time for your art. It's easy for us all to be hard on ourselves when we don't meet our own expectations. But remember, art's a journey, it's not a destination. It's about growth, it's about exploration, expression. Every drawing, no matter how small or imperfect, is a step forward. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes and have setbacks. The important thing is to keep going and keep making time for your art. So to finish things up, finding time to draw as an artist is all about making small, consistent efforts. Prioritize your art. Set yourself realistic goals and take even a short amount of time each day just for yourself. Remember, it's not about how much time you have, but how you use it. After all, while you've been listening to me, you could have drawn this eye. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you found these tips helpful and you feel inspired to make more time for your art. And I'll see you next time.